All right, your referee once again, Jesse Johnson. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from St. Paul, Minnesota, weighing in tonight at 201 pounds, the suplexing Superman, Cal Creed. From Green Bay, Wisconsin, weighing in tonight at 205 pounds, the Temple of Terror member, Riley Jackson. From St. Paul, Minnesota, weighing in tonight at 201 pounds, the suplexing Superman, Cal Creed.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, back Steel Domain Wrestling. Should be a very interesting matchup, to say the least, when you've got Riley Jackson, the Boy Friday for the Temple of Terror in the ring. Anything can happen, Ken, and usually does. Wait a minute. Riley needs the microphone. Riley apparently.
We're not done yet.
Riley
just
says,
wanted to make Travis climb back into the ring.
wait a minute. Oh, come on, please. Are you kidding me? Travis Sharp lowered himself to taking that, whatever it is, off the upper torso of Riley Jackson. Well, Travis is he's a brave man.
He started it.
You might call it upper, but I don't know that I'd go so far as to call it a torso.
Well, let's see what the understudy of the Golden Idol. Listen to the fans. They're all over him already. I do not believe those are endearing chants that we're hearing directed at Riley Jackson.
Riley Jackson and Jesse Johnson together in the ring. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, my God. Oh, the possibilities, Ken. They're endless. A recipe for disaster.
That's what I said. I know.
Cal Creed wants to get this match underway. Cal is constantly improving. This is a great young lion in this business. Sky's the limit for Cal Creed. Let's see what he can do with Boy Friday Nice arm drag into that top wrist lock, and immediately Riley Jackson with his feet draped over and draped underneath the bottom rope.
You know what I find interesting, Mick? As you said earlier, Riley Jackson stepped in for the suspended Golden Idol and quite often interfered in the match. Now here's Riley Jackson in the match, but no members of the Temple of Terror come out to support him at all.
No honor among thieves, Ken. I mean, these guys, they don't care. You know, what have you done for me lately? If Riley Jackson, if he would have made an impact and perhaps the Temple of Terror would have come out tag team champions tonight, maybe they'd be out here in support. But he didn't.
Well, he certainly tried.
He tried, but they don't care. They don't care if you try. It's get the job done or hit the bricks. And again, the Temple of Terror, not a one of them can be trusted as far as the other could throw them. That's the kind of band of thugs those guys are.
Although, you have to give Riley Jackson credit for one thing. His presence made a lot of people kind of long for the Golden Idol to be here.
Well, I don't know if I would go that far. That's saying, would you rather have measles or chicken pox? You know.
Well, and a lot of people opted for the measles.
That's not a real choice there.
Well, neither would Riley Jackson or the Golden Idol.
Oh, boy. All the way across the ring, nobody there. Jackson about a half a step slow. Garrison Creed is a tremendous talent. So many young wrestlers coming out of the state of Minnesota, particularly the Academy of Professional Wrestling run by Ken Anderson. They are so well schooled and so polished by the time they get into the ring. It's just astounding.
You know, there was a great maneuver. You saw Creed go for a head scissors, missed it, and was smart enough to grab the arm and take him down with an arm drag as he was going through the air. Not a lot of newcomers would be that astute to make that call that quickly.
Oh, hard into the buckle. You know, and as we're talking about legendary wrestling trainers, 2 seats away from us right now is Eddie Sharkey. And when you talk about guys that have trained the best in professional wrestling, whether it's the Road Warriors, Rick Rude, Jesse Ventura, Lethal Larry Cameron, I mean, the list is endless. Barry Darsow, they all were mentored into this business by Eddie Sharkey. And I tell you what, he is the true standard bearer for wrestling trainers as far as I'm concerned.
No question. I mean, wrestlers here in the Twin Cities metro area have been so lucky to have the likes of Eddie Sharkey and now the likes of Ken Anderson, that we continue to turn out great young stars that are well trained in the business. And there's a difference between being in the business and being well trained to be in the business.
Ken, I've said so many times, anybody can go out and buy a pair of boots and tights and invite their friends down to the wrestling matches on a Saturday night and get into the ring. It's not Saturday night dress up, it's professional wrestling, and that's where a guy like Eddie Sharkey or Ken Anderson comes into play.
Well, they can afford to buy a pair of tights and boots as long as they weren't working for Vern.
Who?
Then it might have been a little cost prohibitive.
I'm still paying for that tux rental for the Showboat. You were long gone. I mean, you were interviewing Hulk Hogan. I was interviewing Jammin' Mitch Snow. May he rest his soul. You were interviewing Roddy Piper. I had JT Southern.
But you didn't have the tag team challenge.
That's exactly right. You had a Royal Rumble. I had a turkey on a pole. A damn turkey on a pole.
I had Earl and Dave Hebner. You had Marty Miller.
That's exactly right. Don't make it any worse than it already is. To the outside of the ring, Garrison Creed following Riley Jackson, tosses him back in. Garrison wants some competition here. He wants a wrestling match. Riley Jackson with that double thrust To the throat. Oh,
Oh.
God, he dropped him right on his head. Smart move on the part of Jackson. He's got him locked in. Count of 2. Jackson can wrestle. I mean, we can only denigrate the guy, so long. From a technical standpoint, he knows what he's doing inside those ropes.
Absolutely. And I mean, really, you're right. His looks speak for themselves. We don't really need to denigrate any further.
The reality is, Gorgeous George was flamboyant. He could wrestle.
Yes.
And Riley Jackson, I'm not comparing him to Gorgeous George, although I don't know.
If you leave out the flamboyant, but I'll say he can wrestle.
There you go. And look at him join with the fans about ringside as Jesse Johnson tries to get his attention. The very forceful Jesse Johnson. Wait a minute now. Johnson is he's pointed a finger. Jesse Johnson has lifted a finger and admonished Riley Jackson. Can you imagine?
No. Jesse was pointing to the concession stand.
Oh, all right. Okay. Thank you for correcting. Did Riley Jackson just say he was going to kill him? Did he say that?
I didn't catch it.
Oh my God, what a shot! How is Riley Jackson still in a vertical base? Oh my God. Oh, hard onto those ropes. Watch now, Cal Creed. Look at him. Oh, God, what a maneuver. Right to the small of the back. Creed on fire right now. Back suplex. And Jackson is paying a price. There's a float over. Count of 1 and 2. No.
I'll tell you what, that was a pretty good count by referee Jesse Johnson. I mean, he was right there.
He was.
Something you don't see that often.
Oh. Oh, what a shot. Oh, God, that's got to do it. That's got to do it. That springboard effect, count of 1 and 2, and you kidding me? Instinct alone, no question about it. Look at Riley Jackson. Jackson reminding me, Eddie Sharkey, of a little bit like Juan Zendejas. Juan Zendejas. That was way before your time, Ken Resnick.
I'm going, who?
Yes, Juan Zendejas. Wait a minute now, wait a second. Come on.
And look at that, Jesse Johnson caught it.
This is a
He
red letter.
caught it. He caught it.
Listen to this now. The fans are picking up a Jesse chant. This is you talk about surprises tonight at SDW. That's the biggest surprise. Oh, man. Come on, Johnson. Count of 2. He nailed him.
Here is your winner, the suplexing Superman, Cal Creed.
Cal Creed, ladies and gentlemen, gets the victory over Boy Friday, Riley Jackson.
And with, we must say, an outstandingly called match by Jesse Johnson.
I guess, it's all a matter of comparison. If you've sucked for years and then you have a mediocre match, I guess it's spectacular. Bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, Riley Jackson unfortunately can't crash the nugget. Cal Creed gets the victory, and even more importantly, Jesse Johnson got a smattering of applause.